Hi everyone, I'm Marlene Elizabeth and I am the creator of Money Wings, a 6-month private one-on-one coaching program where I teach creative entrepreneurial women how to believe, grow, and prosper one brave feather at a time without looking for wealth in all the wrong places. So I'm super excited. I put together a mini video series where you're going to get a chance to hear from a variety of women who are very gifted and talented, just like you. They'll share a 20-minute conversation with me about their money story. So today I'm super excited to welcome the adorable and brilliant Tonya Moore. Tonya is a scientist, motivational speaker, and the CEO and founder of Diva Day By. So welcome, Tonya.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Yay, me too. So today we are going to just talk about money story, right? And I just like to start with this question, which is, what is your superpower? What is that gift that, people really recognize in you? It's that gift that, you can just lose time. It energizes you. It just comes very easy and natural to you.
For me, the superpower is positivity.
Oh.
People don't think that that's actually a power or something, but I bring it to whatever I do, and people see it right away, whether it's the cashier at a restaurant or someone I'm working with.
Yes, and I've seen it too. I've definitely seen this positively. The quotes, I mean, every time you meet, you always have a positive quote to leave me with. I love it. I love it. And you're absolutely right. It's a very powerful and valuable gift. So when it comes to positivity, then, what limits you from reaching its full potential, would you say?
For me, it's because I use the positivity to stay within my comfort zone.
Okay.
So I will use it to say, everything's fine. It's good. I can see all the beauty around me. Everything's fine. So why don't I just stay where I'm at and stay with what I'm doing? So it takes a lot more for me to go out of that comfort zone.
Yes.
Even though I'm sure I can work outside the comfort zone, it just takes a little bit more effort.
Right. So it keeps you in that comfort zone. So what would you say is the fear that's kind of behind staying in that comfort zone?
Why mess up a good thing?
Okay.
Why change anything that I have? My life is already good. I'm already successful. I'm already at a level that anyone else looking at my life would say, you already have a good life, so why change it? When the actuality is that I may want more. But is wanting more going to the fear that it might change things or not be exactly what I want?
Yes. So that said, in what way would you say that limits your money story?
It makes it so that I believe I don't go much further. I have set a limit on myself, as if my success has a limit in money. I really have to stop focusing on money. And it becomes a time that my comfort zone, I'm like, I can pay all my bills, I can do all this stuff. Why keep going on? Is it being greedy to actually go further? That's a limiting belief I have, that it's greedy to try and have more money or more things in my lifestyle, have a higher lifestyle. And I really struggle with that.
And what's fascinating, because as I mentioned in the introduction, you're a scientist, right? And so this desire to grow and to be more and to do more, it would seem that that's part of the natural evolution of who we are.
Yes.
And in some ways, I kind of see that it's possible that you're being maybe called to embody that reality of nature, in that nature's all about seasons. Yes, there's a time to be still, winter, and just kind of chill and rest. And then there's the spring, right? And where it almost feels that you're being called into a new place, but that perhaps these limiting beliefs are preventing you from moving into that new place, right?
Yes, and it's really a balance. It's where do I find that balance between monetary success and living a life that I think is successful, where where do those combine now? And money has always been very good to me and has allowed me to live this lifestyle. And to leave it, I have the potential that there is this fear that maybe I won't make as much that I do now. I'm already successful, all that comfort zone things. In the comfort zone, I'm very happy.
Right.
The fact is that I can see that maybe I could be happier.
Yes.
But to take that jump and that leap is the scary thing.
Yes, yes. And when you share about your financial success, and it's not just financial success you've achieved in your life, I know, as your program Diva Day by Day really, kind of is all about.
Right.
It's the overall success. But in terms of your financial success, I mean, you're not kidding. I know that you've shared with me an incredible story of when you were able to just charter a plane to go and to your niece's graduation.
Right.
And that's phenomenal.
Yes.
Phenomenal freedom for not for the sake of money, but for the time that it gave you to spend that quality, precious time with your niece amidst your busy schedule. So, do you find sometimes that there's others around you, like you're very close to your family and you're very family oriented?
Yes.
So that's like a big
family
value.
first. Family's first.
Right. That's huge for you. So there's, I would think, that natural concern of, gosh, if I go into this new direction, how does it impact my circle around me? Right? That's a big concern for you.
It is. It's not that I'm concerned with what they think of me, because I have wonderful people that surround me, my friends. Everyone is very supportive in me changing direction in my life at this time. The thing is that I've always been the responsible one. Financially, business-wise, whatever. And there's that potential or that fear that I won't be able to pay the bills for half as much as I have to charter a plane and do those kind of things. At the same time, I understand, positively speaking, that there are areas that maybe I can go even further and I can make even more. But I keep blocking that a little bit. And I have, the family is both encouraging and also limiting, because they feel as if the further I go, the more I leave them behind. And this is all for my friends, because they come with me this far, and I'm getting into another arena of friends. So it's a different class of friends, or a different level of life, or different just what they view life, how they view life. So majority of my friends view it as very much a struggle. Financial struggle. They pay their bills, they build a bill, and they've accepted that I don't actually have to do that anymore, and that I don't live paycheck to paycheck. However, the more I move, I'm moving more out of their comfort zones and their beliefs. And so I'm running into people who have the belief, the wealthier you get, you're greedy. And I'm trying to say that's not it. I can help a lot of people. Money can be used for some great purposes, and I can help more people. And if I make a profit, that's wonderful. But at the same time, I have to be aware of their perspective and their feelings.
Yes, it's and it's interesting. The two words that come to mind, as you share, your story, is your money story in particular. How this all affects your money story is two words, which is acceptance and receiving. So acceptance, what I mean by that is sometimes when we come to a place when we're being urged, we feel that desire to grow to a new place. Sometimes it's a matter of accepting what will be required of us to grow into that new place, and then receiving all the support, that we need to get there. And a lot of times these limiting beliefs that we have change when the experience changes. And so moving, like in these baby steps, small ways, where everyone perhaps has an opportunity, and maybe not everyone, but those who are going to stay with you through thick and thin have the opportunity to grow with you. And the other thing too, Tonya, is that when you talk about your superpower, right? And this program that you have, Diva Day by Day, what comes to mind for me is not the money. It's actually the positivity. It's that you're trying to grow. And when you do stand in that power and grow that, yes, the money's going to come too. It's just the way life works, right?
And it is. The Diva Day by Day program is how I've gotten here. by little steps, just to change one little thing a day, one little thing that makes me feel better about myself, one little thing that helps my company succeed, just a little by little, day by day. And that's exactly how I have to look at it for this, and that's what I'm trying to look at. But it is also the unknown.
Yes.
And though I'm positive that I'm going to make it, sometimes I feel like am I being a Pollyanna and saying that it's wonderful and grand and things could go wrong. But with plans and day by day putting it into step and just doing a little bit by day, and being able to.
And it's exciting. It's exciting.
It's very exciting.
It's exciting because if you were able to shift beyond the limiting beliefs that kind of can hold all of us back. They're not unique. All of us have them. How exciting that is that other women, young and older and of every age, can benefit from all the wisdom you have to share from your experience, not from your thoughts or ideas or imagination, but from your true real life experience of becoming financially successful in your relationships with your family, friends, all of that. That's exciting because that's beyond you. That's something that can benefit so many that are hungry for that. Yeah. So let me ask you this last question then. Okay, so if you could erase this limiting belief, if somehow I had a magic wand and it's gone, you no longer have these limiting beliefs, what would your money story look like 1 year from today?
Well, I think first it would be geared towards money, my success level. However, I'd be able to pay all my bills and do those things and have a lifestyle that I want. So my business would be 1 year from now successful enough to pay for everything that I have right now. And I could transition in and feel comfortable in that position with the knowledge that it's getting better. I've done this before. Starting a business from scratch is not easy. Bringing it up is not easy. But I realize there's some of those same beliefs I had at the beginning. When I look back, they were limiting beliefs then because I say it's hard work. It's a lot of work. I can't do it in a year. However, looking back, I did it. I can do it in a year, and I have to change those dynamics because everyone tells you if you start a business, it's going to be too much work. It doesn't have to be. You know that I'm positive about. I'm positive that I can do that. But if I could get rid of that limiting belief in 1 year, I have a business of my dreams.
That's exciting. It reminds me, your particular money story reminds me of a kind of the image, which I think I've shared with you before, and that is a woman who's a trapeze artist, and she's up in the sky, very high up, right? She's already worked her way. She's not low to the ground in terms of her financial success. She's reached some level here, and so she's at a higher height, right, for lack of a better word. And so now she's holding on, to her bar, and the other one is coming her way, which is her future. And so we kind of will hold on, and that's kind of what it reminds me of. But it's that letting go of this bar, no matter how high you are, that it isn't just for those who maybe are at a certain level of income. It's for anyone. Well, no matter what your income is, we're constantly encouraged to grow. And so it's that matter of slowly letting go of this one here and then releasing. And when that future bar takes you where you want to go. Yes. That's what it reminds me a lot of.
And realizing that the money story isn't about the money.
Yes.
At a certain level, it's no longer about the money. It's about the feelings that we have and how much interaction we have and success we have for the communities and everyone else around us.
And I have to say that that's absolutely how I view my work and the power of the work that I do, because I was very inspired by actually it was the Gates family, Bill and Melinda Gates, and how I realized because when I thought having a lot of money is that could be greedy, right? But then I realized, look at what they do with it. They really understand it as a tool, and it really helped me to shift my perspective and the greater good that you accomplish. So now I look at it more of what excuses, this is me speaking to myself, what excuses am I making for myself that are preventing me from living at a higher level? What are those habits, beliefs, maybe relationships I'm holding on to in my life that are holding me back from my greater potential that's going to not just benefit me, but many others around me. And I only have one life to live, right?
Exactly. If I could give any tool to entrepreneurs just starting out, is to think of money as a tool. It is a tool. It is no different than anything else. You need a hammer to hammer in a nail. Sometimes you use a shoe. Sometimes you use something else to get that nail in. Whatever you need for a tool. And that is what money is. That's all it is. It has no power. It is just a tool to get you to where you want to go. The power is within ourselves. Excuse me, I'm so sorry about that. The power is within ourselves.
That's what I was just going to say. So, who powers money?
We do.
The hand holder of that money. Love it. Well, with that, I could talk to you forever. Thank you so much, Tonya,
Thank you for having
joining me.